Hi, Poulomi and Ginny.
Hello, hi. I am also there. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes, and I can see which book you brought today. So just tell us
Okay.
why have you brought this book?
Okay.
Just I was a childhood, then
Mm,
I would love to eat, and
mm,
that's why we thought to go somewhere.
mm,
And I was very calm when
mm,
I was small.
mm.
Still,
You were calm when you were small. Okay, right. Okay, and that's a news for me also. Okay, so can I tell the name of the book, please? Can I do that? Okay. So the name of the book is Mukund and Riaz, Tulika Publications by Nina Sabnani.
yes.
And the book is about, as she said, is about friendship, right? So there are two kids in Kembury Gardens, Karachi. They used to play with each other, and of course certain circumstances happen. We all know what happened. That's a part of our history. I think we are still carrying on
Shweta Masi,
yes,
Yes,
you have near you Guinea.
yes. And you have your guinea too somewhere in the house.
yeah, yes, yes. Okay,
Yes.
so I think then can I see the book, please? Can I
I
get,
was.
that's okay. We right. So I think hmm, uh, so. And there is something also very interesting. Nina Sabnani, we all know, is also a person who is a textile curator. She's an artist who also, speaks a lot about stitches and fabric. So the entire book, the illustration has been used by stitching patches of different clothes, right? The story is also about these two friends getting separated. And we later get to know that it's also a story closely related to her own personal experiences from her own family, not directly through her. I just feel it's a very interesting book to read to children. Um, Also about loss in a very different way, right?
And
Mm,
when ch- when children be childhood,
mm,
they also sometimes become and do come. And they, when they get big,
mm,
and
mm.
when they get the big, they do they go they go college, they go office, they when mama papa after that.
So the book also says about that both these friends actually grow old, still
Hmm.
with the hope of rekindling and reuniting with the friend and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's a
that
very
was
simple
beautifully shared
story.
by Ginny. That it's also about the journey of growing up and
Yeah.
reaching all these milestones and stages. Okay.
Yes.
So can you read some of the favorite parts from this book?
Come. Show your favorite page. It's too much of text.
Just my favorite page is this.
Okay, they have seen it now. What is it written?
Now there.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
it's all about they were cycling and one falls
one
and
they two brothers. One was the smallest one, and one was the biggest one. And one was cycling. He fell down, and one hand broke off. He went to hospital. The other took him. He needed to do band-aid. Then one threw the ball.
and they play cricket. So it's a very very simple story,
Right.
yet not so simple as well in the end of the day.
Okay, so the
Because
favorite part of Zuni is
I
the
think it
child
has
falling
already been
down.
hijacked fully. Runi, this is next
Right.
time. Next time.
Mama, I want to read. When you say,
You have read it many times. Wait, when the time will come, then you take this book. Okay, right? Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you for understanding.
Okay. So
Okay.
so we've heard few bits also from the book. We know which part is Zuni's favorite, and we know what the book is about. So I hope the audience who's hearing the story is now slightly curious as to what's actually happening in this book.
Hmm.
Also with the context that Pauline has shared about it. Polumi, is there anything else that you want to share about this book before we
I
say
think
bye?
one very simple thing that when you're a child, your connection points with people are very different. You like to play cricket. You play. You actually. Um, you like to cycle together. You like to play pranks, right? There are no other criteria at that point of time that is there in your mind. So those are the wavelength that you're looking for, right? To connect. It's only, you know, we as adults who bring in notions of identity within the children in a good way and in a bad way as well, right? And I'm realizing it in a good way. We try to do it in a good way and it doesn't work. Like, say, for example, this entire concept of diversity.
I want
Okay. Um, Often you try to overcomplicate things for the child, right? Because the children actually need to connect with children who will have the same wavelength. If the child is not able to do that, okay, sorry, if the child is not able to do that, the other child may not find the joy in friendship. No. Often we come and become very preachy about it. No, there are different. I think we should let it be. There will be eventually a time, it will even out in a group. So I think that is something we have to keep in mind. Often we um, overlayer things and do not try and see things from a child point of view.
Mama, I
And
want
because our sense of equity is very different from children's sense of equity. In fact, they really don't differentiate, but their way of looking are very different of things.
bye, Mama.
Right, right. So thank you so much, Polumi, for bringing this book to us, and thank you, Zuni, for adding your bits to it and telling the world about this book. So we will hope to see another book in What Ginny Reads series. Thank you for
Absolutely.
coming in today. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. I will just log out and log back in.